Hi, welcome to Alimond Studio. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can use Facebook Live to grow your business. If you've ever used Facebook Live, you already know how intimidating it can be. But in today's video, we're going to actually talk about how to do it in an authentic way that helps you connect with your audience so that it feels good and it's actually helping move your business along. Because if you're going to sit here and do a Facebook Live, it should actually do something for you, right? If you're going to sweat and stress out about it and, get all crazy about it, let's make sure that it's actually doing something for your business. Okay, so the first tip that I have for you is when you are doing a Facebook Live, I want you to specifically be thinking about one person. Do not think that you are talking into this sea or mass of hundreds and thousands of people. That's one tip that a lot of people will tell you is like, pretend like you're on a stage and you're talking to a whole bunch of people. Do not do that. I want you to think of one person. Now, ideally, who is this one person? Ideally, it's a prospect or it's one of your favorite clients. And the reason why is because you're gonna know exactly how to speak with them. You'll be talking exactly to the things that are overwhelming them and that's causing them stress. Why did I say that? Because I am specifically talking to my clients. Those are the things that they've told me the way that they feel before they go live. A lot of times they've already went live, but it still intimidates them, which is why they don't do it. So even for me, as I'm creating this video and as I'm creating all of my video content, I am always talking to one person. So that's my first tip. When you go on live, pretend like you're actually talking to them. Like it's not a live, but like a video call talking to that person. And here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get a whole bunch of people. Yeah, sure, maybe like this morning when I went live on my Facebook, I was talking about, hey mama, you can do it. I know it's overwhelming right now. I know that things are hard. So when they hear me talking to them, they're like, she's speaking specifically to me. Okay, so that's what I want you to do is think about who is that person. Tip number 2 is a lot of questions come around like, when should I go live? Should I go live every day? Should it be part of a regularly scheduled content that I'm doing weekly, monthly, quarterly? Should I do it whenever I discover an amazing meal at a local restaurant? And to that I say, it depends. What is your strategy? Because any of those things can work. But at the end of the day, your audience either one needs to be expecting you to go live. So if it is part of a regular schedule that you're creating, make sure that you stick to that and make sure that you are consistent in that posting, in going live. If it's not part of your regular schedule, then I want you to go live when you have something interesting or something motivational, something like that to share. Don't let it just be like, well, today is Tuesday and it's 3 p.m. and I just want to say hi and how are you? Don't get me wrong, that's actually better than nothing because you're still top of mind for the people that tune in. But what you don't want to do is you want to make sure that you don't train your audience to ignore you when you do go live. So if you're going to go live, it needs to provide some type of value. That way, the next time you go live, people who are in your audience on Facebook, they're going to say, oh my gosh, Aaliyah's going live again. Let's see what she has to say. Let's see what she's going to share. And so don't overthink this, right? Everything that I'm saying right now, you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I want to talk about. Think of it like this. If you were going to call your best friend or your spouse, somebody that you care about, and tell them some type of news, that's when you want to go live. Okay, so like for example, like when we opened up our second studio, right? I was super excited that we have this second studio that we've got. What did I do? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna share this with my audience because they're gonna be excited about it as well. So I didn't pre-plan it, which is nice to kind of have a plan of what you're gonna talk about. It was more of like a, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. Here we are at the new studio. And that's the type of content, if it's not gonna be pre-scheduled, you wanna share with people where it's like, it literally is breaking news. Think of yourself like a reporter, and you're gonna be like, Aaliyah, there's nothing exciting in my life. You lie. There is exciting stuff in your life. You might not see it as exciting, but other people will. So if you are a real estate agent, it could be the fact that there's a new restaurant opening. How exciting is that, right? Or there could be like a new grocery store coming in. And you might be like, that's not really that exciting. It is if you present it in an exciting way. Like bring that enthusiasm, bring that excitement. Other people who are tuning in, they're gonna feel that excitement from you, and it's addicting. Especially now on social media, if you can create content and create energy that is attractive, people really will stick with you because they want to be around people that have that enthusiasm and that have that natural ability to get them excited as they're sitting on their couch. They feel like they can tune into your live and connect with you. They're gonna continue tuning in with you. So make sure that as you're sharing those events, you really bring your passion behind it, that excitement. On video, what I like to say is a video will suck like 70% of the energy out. So it's good to, like, if you're a hand talker like I am, make sure that you've got it on something where you can use your hands and you're not like shaking the phone around as you're going live. Okay, if you're not a hand talker and you're very expressive with your face, I think I'm both a hand talker and expressive with my face, let that come through. Don't feel like you have to sit here and do this because you don't want to look like a crazy person. No, because people that know you are going to be like, what's wrong with them? Why are they doing that? Like, be you, let the excitement come out, and even like go above and beyond, okay? Like, it's okay. It's okay to do that. Tip number 3, and this isn't really necessarily a how-to as much as it is that this is like the best resource that is free right now for you to use. It's a whole studio production in your pocket. You've got the camera, you can engage with them. You can bring somebody else on live with you if you're on an iPhone, and I'm sure that'll be changing in who can't do it with the different phones. If you are somebody who's out going to an open house and they're not necessarily able to go to that open house right now, you can bring them with you as you're showing them the property that you are touring. So if you are not using it right now, I invite you to think through some different ways. Don't overthink it though. If you haven't done a live yet, I challenge you right now, after this video is done, pick up your phone, go to Facebook, hit that live, and just talk about a story. This is exactly what I want you to do. I want you to tell the story of when you were a kid. How did you first come across your career as a kid? If you're a real estate agent, a lot of times there's a story hidden in you about the home design process or discovering your dream home. Whatever that story is, I want you to think about that story, go live on your phone and tell that story of how you discovered that you were in love with your career, but maybe how it showed its way as a child in some different way. All right, so just as a quick little recap, the 3 different tips when it comes to going live on Facebook. Number 1, make sure that you are very specific talking to one person when you are going live. Tip number 2 is make sure that as you're creating content, you know that you can actually do a scheduled series of Facebook Lives, or you have something interesting, an interesting event or something going on where you can bring your audience with you live as you're experiencing that event. And then tip number 3 is for you to really think through all the different ways that you can use Facebook Live, because it is such a strong resource that you have already for free right in your pocket. If you got any value from this today, I invite you to go to the link, because we've got a free resource, a free training we've created just for you to help you build your business. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.